Hello and welcome to our podcast called A Talk with Salt. I'm Thiago.
And I'm Marcus, and today we are here to talk about
The Witcher series.
The Witcher, because it was released, I can't remember, I think it was December 18th.
Well, it was released on Friday, so it was a few days ago, I think.
Yeah.
5 days ago or something.
And we have already finished, and we are really fans of The Witcher.
Yeah, the
played the
franchise
games.
as a whole, yeah.
Yeah, I think you played the game a lot more than me. How many times did you finish the game? Oh,
Well, if you count each time, I think I finished the game 29 times, yeah.
Oh fuck, man. The first time I only finished this game for 2 times, I think twice.
Just twice.
And it took 80 hours to finish the main story, so yeah, you played this game for a lot of time. And I know you also read the books,
I also read the books, yeah.
so maybe you can answer some questions that I still don't know.
Okay.
But first of all, what did you think about the series, TV show?
I think the series are pretty good in terms of I gotta say something about the first season that really got me like I didn't really like what they did on season 1, and that was the sequence of facts,
Okay.
like the first episode. They started with on the castle with Ciri and Calanthe. They're having their place invaded, and then the next episode was set before that, and then the next one he came back to where it started the first episode, so it got kind of confusing,
Yeah, it messed up my head pretty bad, and I had to watch it twice to understand.
It took me like until the 4th or 5th episode for me to realize that it was not going like in a sequence.
Yeah, it was really, really bad. Yeah, I got.
And I liked that they fixed that on season 2.
Yeah, and by the way, all the chapters are related to the book. They are all in the book.
Yeah, the first one. There are some minor difference.
All right.
Like let's say the ending. It doesn't happen exactly like that. Like Geralt finds Ciri.
Yeah.
That happens, but Ciri doesn't say who's Yennefer. Like she says.
Okay.
She doesn't even know Yennefer. And one other thing, have you finished the season 2?
For sure, twice already.
You know that Triss, she appears on Kaer Morhen.
Yeah.
Well, she in the books it's kind of different. I'm not sure if you want to hear because it's the second week.
Go ahead, no problem.
But it's kind of different because she was kind of sick, and Geralt was with her, and they go together there. And another thing is that Yennefer, she never goes to Kaer Morhen. I know in season 2 she goes to Kaer Morhen, she appears there, and that doesn't happen on the books.
Why not?
Well, because there's some different. There are some different things that they did to the series that are different from the books, like all of that all the things that happen at the end of the last episode.
Alright.
That doesn't really happen that way, It's kind of different.
So Ciri is not possessed on the book, or she is?
Yeah, it's not like that. It doesn't like. It doesn't have that. It doesn't have that fight that
right.
really. It doesn't happen like that. And another thing is, a lot of Witchers were killed.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen on the books as well. Like Asco dies on the first episode of.
Yeah, and I was thinking, Asco is alive on The Witcher 3, isn't he?
Yeah, he
on
is.
The game,
yeah,
I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that kind of got me confused because
they completely changed it, and I think it's good actually because gives like of a unique taste, difference from books and series.
Yeah.
And of course that some things they had to change because I don't know why they only put 8 episodes. They only recorded 8. I think
it could be.
it could be like 10 or 15 or something.
Yeah, I think so.
So it would be kind of hard to put everything that is on the books or everything the same way that is on the books in a short series of 8 episodes.
It's very short. Okay, I didn't know all of that.
Yeah.
And another thing that I question myself is everyone that has magic can bend chaos, isn't it? But
the chaos. Yeah, sure.
yeah, but the Witchers, they have the signs, and it's not related to chaos, is it?
No, it's not.
What is that?
Why is that not related to chaos?
No, that's magic, isn't it? But why is that not related to chaos? Do you have any explanation for that? Do you know?
Well, it's gonna be a tricky one because I'm not gonna remember now if they say anything on the books about that.
No problem.
At least as far as I finished the books, the last book I read, I don't remember anything related to that. So I'm not sure how to explain that.
Alright, no problem. And what about, I forgot the name of her. Ciri. Sorry, I forgot the name of her for a second. And what about Ciri? She can bend chaos somehow, but her magic is not the same as the other ones because she has the elven blood, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if that's 100% chaos or if she has something else that they did not explain yet.
Okay.
What is?
Well, I think the first thing is that on the books, on the series, she is still young.
Yeah.
So she is still not in control of those powers. So she doesn't really know about what she's doing exactly.
Yeah.
So there's this difference. Like if you see on the series, on the first one, like on the sorceresses when they were studying their powers.
Yeah.
They couldn't know how to control it exactly. So I think there's that as well.
Yeah,
There's that point as well. So she's gonna develop her powers, and it's gonna be different.
Alright. But it's completely different from the power of the sorcerers, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of different. Yeah,
it's kind of different. Okay. And
yeah, like it doesn't like cast a spell to do something. It's not. Yeah, it's not exactly like the sorcerers.
She doesn't need to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's impressive. And as far as I'm concerned, the monolith is what opens up the portal, but it needs her to do that. That's not exactly a magic, but that's something. But on the last scene, she made that monolith just, I don't know, pop up from the floor there, and I don't think it was there.
So you're talking about the last episode of
the last episode, the final fight there.
Sure.
When she was possessed, she made that monolith pops up. So she has the power to create that monolith, or I just didn't understand that.
I think so. Yeah. I think she has the power of
But it is the same as the book, or not? Maybe not.
It is not precisely the same. Yeah, it has some minor differences.
But there are these monoliths. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
So one thing that is different is that not different, but on the last episode, she was possessed. So one question that I had when I watched it was, are all the powers that are being casted, are all the powers from Ciri, or this kind of this possession has some kind of powers as well? That's one thing that got me thinking.
Yeah, I also thought about that, but I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't know why. We're gonna have to wait to see it.
Yeah.
So, but the powers are not exactly the same. So as the book.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there are some minor differences. There's gonna be minor differences, and it's completely normal because of the difference between the tales that you can put
Yeah.
in a short series. But the story itself is gonna remain the same. Like Gareth, he's protecting Ciri. There's the wild hunt, like it appears on season 2.
On the
Gareth
books
sees
and
them.
on the game as well.
Yeah. The only difference that it's kind of different the way the approach. Gareth doesn't fight the wild hunt like in the games.
Okay.
So yeah, there are gonna be those differences. Also, another differences is appearances, like Triss on the series, the Witcher series of Netflix.
Yeah.
Her appearance is totally like the books. Like she's not that red-haired woman.
Oh yeah.
Like in the game. It's totally different. In the books, it's more like a brownish
Curly
hair.
hair.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that was
It's
a perfect
different,
fit for the character. Then.
yeah.
Awesome.
Of course, like Garrett, he doesn't look like Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill or Henry Cavill?
And I'm not really sure. I've
neither do I.
I
Neither am
never
I.
thought of that. Like how do you say his name? Is it Henry Cavill or Henry Cavill?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not really sure, but his appearance is totally different from the books. Garrett, he's skinnier, of course, and he's kind of more ugly. He's uglier.
Yeah. That was something I saw reading the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
definitely. And his
you know,
voice is.
yeah, they say on the books like his teeth
Yeah,
with some kind of yellow,
yellowish teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
So it's totally different.
Yeah.
But one thing that they kept on the character itself is the beard. On the books, Garrett doesn't like having a beard.
Interesting.
So that's why you see on the series, like, he's never with a full-grown beard or something
Yeah.
like that, because
Interesting.
he shaves it.
Okay, very good. And Yennefer is gonna be essential to train Ciri, isn't it? She's gonna be the only one that will train Ciri, or maybe something else helped.
No, Trace also helps.
Triss also helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, she helped on the second season.
Yeah,
somehow.
Yeah.
But she couldn't help her to control her power.
Her power, yes.
Sorry. And Yennefer was the first one
Yeah,
to
she
do
managed to do that. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think maybe because possibly Yennefer is a more experienced sorceress
that. Yeah.
than Trace. Maybe I don't know. I'm not really sure, but I think that could be a possibility.
And does that feeling of mother grows on Ciri or something like that? She acts like a mother for Ciri, or not exactly.
She acts like a modern Ciri. No, she's kind of a stubborn as well on the books.
Yeah, I
She's-
thought so.
Yeah. Also, there's a reference, like on season 2. She, you remember that? I think, is it? I don't really remember the name of the other Witchers. Do you remember their name?
No.
But the bald one and the other one, I think Lambert as well. They brought her to that trial, that test
Yeah.
that also happens on the books, and on the books she gets hurt. And Garrett goes there. It's kind of different. He saves her, and
Wait, he saves her. So she.
yeah, she got hurt. She got hurt. Yeah, she
almost
climbed
dies.
Yeah, she climbed some. I can't quite remember, but she climbed something, and then she falls from it, and she got hurt, and he goes there and
Okay.
save her, and but her personality is just like the books. She's stubborn, I want to do that, so I'm gonna go do that. You know?
Yeah, gotcha. Interesting.
Now, one other weird thing that you're gonna notice on the books, Vesemir, he kind of wants to bang Triss on the books. If you when you're gonna read it, you're gonna see the way he talks about her and with her,
Okay.
the way he talks to her. So yeah, you're gonna see.
Maybe it's also gonna happen
Yeah.
on the TV show. It's gonna be interesting. But they never end up together, do something.
No, not that I remember of.
Okay.
Unless there's some untold
Yeah.
relation about them.
But oh my god, Geralt ends up with Triss somehow. At least they hook up.
Yeah.
On the book. Okay.
And I don't quite remember, but if I'm not mistaken, on the books, so the second one,
Yeah.
they do have an intimate relation when she's in Kaer Morhen.
But
I don't really remember, but I think that happened.
before he met Yennefer or after that?
No, he already met Yennefer.
Okay, because on the game I think that he lost his memory, and because of that he was with Triss.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that happens in the books.
If I remember correctly, I think he had some kind of intimate relation with her.
Interesting.
'Cause
But he
it's-
also lost his memory.
No.
That doesn't happen.
The books happen before the games. It's totally different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the game even gives you a spoiler of the end of the book. The second game, it describes perfectly what happens to Garrett on the last book.
The second game.
Yeah,
Alright. I think
there are some cutscenes that are drawn. They draw by hand, and they picture what happened to Garrett. Garrett was remembering, and
Yeah.
they were showing.
Come on, man.
And on the third one, they give you a spoiler of what happens to Garrett. You remember that the Novigrad Dreaming quest.
Novigrad Dreaming Quest.
Yeah, it's when
I'm
you know
not
the
sure.
Orinomancer, that woman that can make dreams.
Oh,
She can make dreams.
She went to find her because he needed to find Ciri.
He needed to find her. Yeah,
Yeah. And okay, I think I remember, but I can't remember the dream.
yeah. Do you remember that on the lines that you can choose to Garrett to say, like one of them is she was there when I died.
Oh yeah, but she was Yennefer, isn't it? I can't remember.
No, he was referring to Ciri because
Ciri,
Yennefer
okay.
was within as well.
Dying.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, I
dying.
remember that.
So on the books, they both die.
Yeah.
It doesn't really say that they die, but that's the end of the books. They Garrett end up. Oh yeah, they both die. Now I remembered. Garrett gets stabbed by that kind of I think it's a fork. The name of the weapon, I think.
Maybe. Okay.
You know that long ass fork.
Long as fork, yeah.
I don't really remember if that.
No, but
if
I got
that's
the picture.
The name
I got
of
the
it.
picture.
Garrett gets stabbed by a guy. He was kind of a riot that was happening in Novigrad, and
Yeah.
all that crowd of people were coming towards him, and that guy stabbed him in the chest.
Come on. So.
And then Yennefer tried to revive Garrett, and she died trying to revive him.
And then.
They both died, yeah. And Ciri doesn't appear like in the games, because they had to continue their story. So in the games, Ciri saves them both, you know.
But right now there's a new book that was released in 2013. So
Well,
maybe.
I don't know about that book. I haven't read it, so I know nothing about that book. Maybe it's something related to the past. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it would be worth to take a look.
Because if you see on the,
I think it's not gonna work.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you see on the year that was released. The first one, like 1993, 92, 94, 95, 96. The last one was 1999. So it's a big time.
Yeah, it is.
It's a big gap.
2013.
So I don't really know about that book.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but maybe I'm gonna read it before I finish
Yeah.
every other one. There are still 7 books for me to read, but I think it's worth a try, man.
Yeah.
There's only one for
it
you
is
to read,
worth a
so
try. Yeah.
90% of approval. So yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't seen that one. So yeah, it is a new one, definitely.
Interesting.
Maybe it is something related to telling some kind of spin-off,
Maybe.
You know that the Netflix series has there's gonna be a spin-off series related to The Witcher, telling the stories of other witchers, sorceresses, groups of elves,
I think it is Origins, something like that.
Yeah,
Interesting.
maybe it is something related to that. I don't know.
I thought it would be something related to Ciri because she's elder blood, so I
Mhm.
thought that it would be related to her parent or something like that, the grandparent or
No, it's gonna be related as a total of
everyone.
yeah.
The Witchers.
It's gonna be related to everyone.
Yeah.
Every group of elves, sorceresses. I think maybe he's gonna tell the story about the conjunction of spheres that happened a long
Maybe.
time ago.
But I don't know why they are gonna release it so soon, because I think that if they want, they can make at least 7 seasons of The Witcher because they already have the content.
Sure.
Yeah. So I'm not
Yeah.
sure why they are gonna release this one
Separately.
Right Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but okay, more content for us. So
Yeah. I just hope one thing that doesn't happen. I just hope one thing doesn't happen.
what? They
That
don't
is-
fuck it up.
They don't cancel the series after season 3 because Netflix has a series they have a series of stopping recording any sort of season 4. Like if you see Daredevil, we finished on season 3.
Yeah.
There are a lot of series from Netflix that they canceled after season 3.
Punisher was on the 2nd season, I think.
So Netflix is kind of
Yeah.
she's kind of evolved from Steam, Half-Life 2 doesn't have
Yes.
Half-Life 3, so
Fuck, man. I hope they don't do that.
yeah.
But I think they won't. I don't know. I can't say nothing.
Yeah, I believe they won. I
Yeah,
believe
so-
they won.
And it
because-
is top trending right now.
Yeah.
It's the first most watched TV show in Brazil, at least.
True, yeah.
I don't know about the rest of the countries, but I think it
'Cause
is.
Like the Marvel series, they were canceled because they had some kind of a contract with Marvel, and the contract ended. So they decided to.
Fuck it.
They didn't decide to renew the contract.
Got it. Yeah, too bad.
Yeah. So
Do you have anything else to say?
well, you mean related to the books or?
To anything you want to say. By the way, I think that one week ago or 2 was released that Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man
Spider-Man No Way Home. Yeah.
No Way Home.
Yeah, No Way Home. Yeah.
Have
sure.
you watched it?
I did. I didn't watch on cinema. I watched like 4 or 5 days ago.
Yeah.
Not ago. Before the release on cinemas.
Oh, okay.
Because I watched on on torrent. Using torrent.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So what I thought of the movie is, to be honest, this is the first Tom Holland movie that I watched. I didn't watch the other Spider-Man movies from him because
Neither did I.
personally I don't like the actor.
Yeah, gotcha.
not really. I'm not really saying
Yeah.
that he's a bad actor, but what I'm saying is his personality related to Spider-Man is you
Yeah.
know it's too childish, you know.
Yeah, it's different, but that was the idea, I think.
Yeah,
But he looks like a good guy. I saw some interviews.
yeah,
and
I've
he's a
seen
good
it
guy.
too. Yeah,
But I think that they picked him up to be the character because he looks like a child, not like a child.
he
but
does look like a 13-year
yeah, teenager. Yeah, and that was the idea because he's so
Yeah.
fucking dumb
Yeah,
at the
he is,
beginning of the movie. So it was like
You mean the beginning of No Way Home or
Yeah,
the other
No Way
ones? Okay.
I've not watched the other one, just No Way Home.
Yeah. The plot was kind of stupid.
Yeah, it was.
like,
It was like, what the fuck, man?
I want everybody to forget who I am, so I'm gonna tell Doctor Strange to cast his spell, and he says, but nobody's gonna remember you, nobody's gonna know who you are. So no, Aunt May needs to know, Mary, I forgot her name, but
Yeah,
the girl related to Mary Jane needs to know.
I think it is Mary Jane.
No, it's a different name. I don't know why they changed it. It's Michelle. Yeah, it's way different.
I think
it's not
Mary-
Mary Jane.
Because I know that there's another Spider-Man movie that the name is Gwen,
Yeah,
that one that dies.
yeah,
But yeah, I can't remember this one. Fuck it.
yeah. But it's not Mary Jane. Mary Jane is on Tobey Maguire's one.
Because there is a scene that they say, something like I date Mary Jane, but he says no, not your Mary Jane, my Mary Jane.
Oh yeah,
so
sure.
I got confused because
but if you see on the cast here,
let's take a look.
yeah, let's take a look. If you see on the cast,
I think that my keyboard is more.
yeah, it's way different than
Yeah. No Way Home. Cast.
You see the-
Alright.
the
Mary Jane.
what?
It's Mary Jane. And her name, by the way, is Zendaya. Zendaya, I think.
I thought it was a different name because I've seen some videos on you know those leaked footage from
Yeah.
cinemas. I've seen some people saying that her name was it had AMJ, but it was a different name.
Yeah, looks like it is MJ.
What
But
the fuck?
her original real name is
'Cause-
Zendaya Mary something.
Yeah, because let's see. Yeah, I've seen something. Oh, okay.
Michelle Jones what?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
Oh, okay, so
her name is Michelle
Michelle
Jones
Jones.
Watson.
so she's MJ but not Mary Jane.
Yeah. Now I don't know if the first one was like that, like her real name was that, but I don't think it was. I think they wanted to create a new name, you know.
Yeah, you was right. Michelle Jones.
Michelle Jones Watson.
Yeah, interesting, but yeah, fuck. Good character, okay, but yeah, no, not a big deal.
I didn't really like her character as well.
No,
I think I don't know.
it is what is supposed to be a teenager character.
Yeah.
and not.
But I don't really like these kind of teenager characters. Like Flash. He's really dull.
And to be sincere with you, I don't really like superheroes. The only one I like to watch is Batman.
Okay.
Batman: The Dark Knight Returns and Dark Knight and Batman
Well,
Begins.
the ones I like are Batman and the Punisher. He's not
The
a
Punisher.
superhero, but he's more an
I was going to say
anti-hero.
that.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
But he is part of the universe of Marvel, so he's
Yeah.
related to superheroes.
Daredevil is
And
pretty good.
Daredevil as well, yeah.
Yeah.
But the others, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Wolverine, I think, is a good one as well.
I don't know much about him.
Oh, you
so
don't?
no, I don't.
Have you watched his movies? Hugh Jackman's?
Not. I'm not.
They're really great. I think you should watch it.
Maybe I will. Wolverine is from Marvel.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Didn't know that. So it's probably gonna be available on Disney Plus, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's bad because I'll have to pay for Disney Plus.
Or maybe you can,
yeah. I
Yeah,
know.
you
I
can-
know what you're gonna
yeah.
say.
you can watch on different platforms.
Yeah, for sure.
But have you watched the first X-Men, the second one, the third one?
I have, but when I was a child, so I can't really
Yeah,
remember.
You can't really remember.
Yeah, but going back to Spider-Man,
Yeah.
I think that the only thing that made it be trending topic today is that both the Spider-Mans are on the same movie, the three ones, and that was
Oh,
the
yeah, for sure.
That was the only thing.
Because
that made-
otherwise I wouldn't be watching that movie.
Yeah, that was the only thing that made that movie worth watching. You know.
Yeah, and by the way, I think I didn't even care about the story, you know,
Yeah.
because I knew it was gonna be a duo story, you know.
It's not. Yeah, it's not much, man. It's
And,
just,
yeah, it's kind of stupid.
yeah, it's just a boy doing dumb bad things.
Selfish things, if you see
Yeah,
closely,
such
like
things.
he's he has put the universe in danger because of his own identity, you know.
And almost fucked everything up.
And then in the end he wants to be a hero and you know they and try to save all of them. I mean, he tries to kill Green Goblin, but that's because he killed Aunt May.
Yeah.
Uh,
And they ended up saving every villain of every story.
Yeah.
That was fucked up, but yeah.
but I think that I believe that Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield, is that his surname? I think it is.
I don't know who is this guy. Is the guy that made
The other Spider-Man, not Tobey Maguire, the middle one.
Toby is the first one, isn't
Yeah,
it? Okay.
and
okay.
Andrew Garfield is the second one. I think
Yeah.
he was good as well as
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yeah. Different from Tom Holland, which I don't really like it. The hater's gonna hate me now.
Yeah, probably everyone is gonna hate us right now.
Yeah.
No problem. No problem. At least we taught them something about
Yeah.
The Witcher. I think that's it. 32
We're
minutes
gonna record
already.
30 minutes.
I think so.
Okay.
So, guys, thank you for being here.
Yeah,
Remember
thanks.
to check out for our Instagram pages
Our
down below.
Instagram- They're gonna be up here as well.
As
I'm
well?
gonna put it in
Okay.
the description
Nice.
as well. So
And leave us a comment down below, okay?
yeah.
So, we see you guys.
See you on the next one. Next
See you.
podcast or episode. See you there.
For sure. See you.